Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have a 100 franc coin for you from the country of France. We're looking at the reverse right now, so let's tip it over and take a look at the front or the obverse of the coin. Now, as you can see, you can actually see the color of my hands coming out of the coin, and you can see this pen as you trace it. This coin is in very good condition. And I don't mean very good, I mean it's in almost uncirculated condition. And that means it is probably worth somewhere between $17 and $25. It says Republique Française on it. And down here below the building, we see that it says Aux grands hommes la patrie reconnaissant. Essentially, what it says is that to great men, the grateful homeland. In other words, this is the place to honor great men. And by great men, they mean mankind or French kind, not just men, because this is the final resting place of Victor Hugo and Voltaire and Madame Curie. And so it's not just great men, it's great women. And it's called the Pantheon. And it's one of the great visitors, tourist visitation sites in France. Down at the bottom, near the 1983, we see these privy marks, and this is actually a dolphin here. The dolphin is the sign of the director of the mint, who at that in 1983 was Rousseau. So this is Rousseau's dolphin sign, and you can see that on anything from 1975 to 1994, indicating that he was the director of the mint. Um, if I get this back, sometimes it looks almost like it's a little dirty. It's just that the coin has a little bit of luster to it, but also it's actually getting a patina on it. If we tip this coin up on its side, we see that it has a smooth edge, and we tip it over to the back, and again we see that big, beautiful tree on the back. And I don't know if you can see, but as you tip it and go from side to side, the leaves on the tree actually shine, and they hit the light in different ways. And it is, you can, on the left side, you see liberté, égalité, fraternité, or liberty, equality, and brotherhood, the motto of France. We see how the tree goes up with the leaves hanging, the 100 here, the F here, the roots coming down. And there is a shield behind it, and I don't know if you can see that very well, but it goes up and across and down, and it is a kind of a bas relief almost type of coin. Around the edge, we see these three teeth, then a space or a long tooth, then a three teeth, and that goes all the way around the edge, almost almost looks like Morse code. This coin was made from 1982 to 2001. It is 90% silver, so it's valuable. It's worth a bunch. This coin here, they made 5 million of these in 1983, and it's worth between $17 and $25, depending on the your valuation on this. This, I would say, is probably an almost uncirculated. It's just in beautiful shape, and it's getting, as I said, a little bit of a patina to it in the silver. It weighs a bunch. So it's 90% silver. It weighs 15 grams. It's 31 millimeters in diameter and 2.1 millimeters in thickness. The building on the front, the Pantheon, the tree on the back looks much like a huge kind of an oak tree with its roots. And we see these kind of stylized leaves here going up and down, and these stylized leaves here going sideways. So just a and you can see all the lines through the trees as it goes up and up through. Just a beautiful job on this. Little accent on the E here, an accent on that E over there. I don't know if you can see that right above it. And a little tiny accent on that one down there too. So just a fine coin. It had some trouble in 1983 when the French franc went from 16 to the dollar to the US dollar down to about 12 and a half to the US dollar. So at one point, this was not worth much more in some sense uh, than its silver value, but it's certainly worth a lot more than that now, even though the silver value has gone up. So the silver value on this coin alone is about $7. It's if you just melted it down for silver. But again, in this shape here, it's worth between $17 and $25. All right, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel, and if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section.